we are streaming a base landscapes game. Um, we're picking into the second seat. So, actually, is it landscapes? I don't know if it's landscapes yet. We'll find out. I set it to random. Um, um, can take a quick look at the chat, or not chat, the track. This temple event injects some coins. There's some mixed cult rewards. No like specific cult that's gonna just dominate. I think that this is probably a pretty good Darklings game because you have this event here. It could be a good a lot of factions could enjoy this round 3 towns. Though that said, round 3 towns often happen with TPs. So these two events, it might be a little redundant with the TP event. I think that the best faction is going to be Darklings. If I were playing this game, I would pick Darklings into here, and then I would try to make a town through these hexes out here, if there's no swarmlings. Swarmlings, of course, are very, very good at getting around 3 town. They're not going to be able to get this because there's no big building tile in the game. There's just not enough workers to actually get this thing out in round 2 for swarmlings. So that's a little awkward for them, but they can focus on securing territory to get this. I also don't think that it's possible really for swarmlings to get both their towns in round 3. All right, who got picked? Witches got picked first. Okay, we like witches. It is sad because I was thinking that engineers would be fun here, but witches also have this event, which is cool. It's not clear that we're going to build the big building in this round. We might go stronghold, but we could also go sanctuary, look for this, or just skip this entirely and focus on digging or something to make a town. Like maybe you can get this town. So Bowser's picking the 3rd seat faction. Oh. Let's look at the pass tiles. 3 decent pass tiles are in the game. So halflings don't particularly want this pass tile. They would rather just have coins or something. So it is possible that if we're halflings, we just take a power pass tile to get double dig. But the temp ship, I mean, traditionally I think that the spade and the temp ship are really, really good. However, temp ship could be situationally good for the dwelling round, and if no one in the 3rd or 4th seat wants the temp ship, like a red faction, or I guess if it's giants, then they want temp ship. But if it's like chaos magicians, they don't particularly want temp ship unless they're doing like a weird G2 start or something. So if you are chaos magicians, then if it is like chaos magicians and I don't know, darklings or something in the 3rd and 4th seats, then maybe witches have a chance at getting the temp ship. That would be filthy. Though, of course, the other thing for witches is that you can always just buy a priest with your first action and then ship to C4, G3. Buy a priest, make a temple, and then ship here. You could just take the 6 coins in that case. Or you could even take this tile here. With halflings in the game, there's always a question of, can we get this F5 hex, right? This is a game where I think that mermaids, like, so I posted very recently, or like I wondered very recently about a game where I played against Zavok, and it was like witches, nomads, halflings, and mermaids. Um, Mermaids were in the fourth seat that game as well. It's swarmlings, so it's not mermaids. Um, and like there was a question about this D5 hex, right? Because like mermaids like to start D5. It's just good expansion for them no matter what. However, with witches and temp ship in the game, if you place D5 and you take the spade, which is what I was thinking that I would be taking, um, witches could end up on temp ship, and their first action they could start C4 and first action build C3. It's very awkward, and then you kind of have to take temp ship. Um, um, oh, okay. So landscapes are on, by the way. That's good to know, right? I do think that Swarmlings is a pretty good pick. Um, Swarmlings have an okay shot at getting double dig. They start with a spade, which is very nice. I think if I'm halflings here, I have to take a power tile so I can secure double dig. Or I can secure at least one dig, right? Because otherwise witches could take a power tile and just dig first action, and that would be pretty bad for us. I think I like our chances. Like, no one should really give Swarmlings a neighbor on D5, so they shouldn't place D5 this game. They should place in the west, which means we have a chance of getting a center town for witches. If we can get a round 3 center town, that would be absolutely disgusting. So I like that. I think Bowser's instant bid on nomads indicates that there's a chance he's thinking about trying to tempt ship in round 1 and get the double spade. If that happens, I kind of hope halflings deny, but no guarantees there. But yeah, our dream here is to come up through here this game. I mean, the spade is also good for nomads, right? Like, oh no, the spade should go to swarmling. So it should go spade, and then it's either the temp ship or the priest. I think that there's a good case for the priest or the temp ship because this is just, or I mean, the dwelling event in round 1 really encourages you to build out a lot of dwellings. It makes it hard to, it admittedly makes it harder to score a town in round 3, but there's other chances to score with this type of track. As long as you can get your coin economy going. It does mean you probably skip the stronghold event as well. So these are like 10 points that you might be missing out on, but nice. Nice. Great. I love this. We're going to start F4. We're always starting F4. And we'll see where everyone else places. I think that there's a chance we can go double center, and then ship to these 2 hexes with our first 2 actions. Maybe just start C4, right? Especially if Swarmlings place D5, you can just place C4. But I think that Swarmlings might go D2. And traditionally, I would place G6, but I kind of feel that they might go H2 instead. We could also make Super kind of sad by not placing E9, so I kind of like the idea of double center or C4 or something. C4, if we do get the spade offered to us or the temp ship offered to us, then C4 lets us just grab C5 with our first action. I do think that Super is very likely to take temp ship if he can. This is very unfortunate. It's not good for Swarmlings. This is really not good for Swarmlings. I figure that this player is probably. I mean, I see a lot of good players do this as well. I don't think it's ever good, but you are allowed to do it. So. All Alright, so what's going to happen here? We're going to upgrade with our first action. Super is going to take double spade with his first action. I'm assuming that Super is taking temp ship to block me off of it. Like, I'm almost certain that that's going to happen. I'm not getting temp ship here. So I don't love our odds at getting a lot of... Yeah, okay, so nomads do take temp ship like I thought that they might. So, double dig is in play. But it might be a bad call. I would say let's grab the priest with our first action. We'll take the 6 coins, we'll grab the priest, and we'll advance ship, and we'll see if swarmlings actually want c3 that badly. Advancing ship is also good because of this stuff, I think. So, actually, I think I lied. I think I'm going to upgrade first action. This is just a little better for Leech, I think. Though, that might give nomads double dig. I mean, I don't care between these two factions who gets the double dig, right? Super probably single digs with his first action. I certainly don't think anyone's taking the priest, so... Like, if nomads want to upgrade on the far side, like, good for them. They're allowed to do that. I mean, Super could risk priest to cult, but I don't think that that's good. Really don't think that that's good here. Oh, who am I kidding? No, he can get double dig, right? If he places if he puts this priest to air right now, he almost certainly gets double dig. Was this fast auction? It was not fast auction. People just made it fast. So it was fun. Everyone just bid 40. This player bid swarmlings first. I bid witches, and then Bowser bid nomads, and Super bid halflings. So it was pretty fun. I had like a sad fantasy about possibly getting onto temp ship. It didn't wind up playing out that way. Right now I have a sad fantasy of getting onto c3, but swarmlings are on the spade, so they probably don't let me have that. Nomads could make... well, no. Swarmlings don't care because they have the spade in hand, right? But like swarmlings, if they take their spade power... If they take the single spade power action and like... Yeah, okay, that doesn't happen, so... Nomads want G2, which makes sense. G2 gets you I7. B2 is not super under threat yet from halflings. Swarmlings upgrade in the center, which is clearly wrong. So that bothers me. Nomads are very likely going to upgrade over on this side, I think. So I think that the right move is to take the priest and advanced shipping, right? Like, having advanced shipping is good in a game with this. And also if I get onto temp ship, then I'll be able to hit hexes over here, so... A little bit of a trash talk going on in the game chat there. We do have like a funny mini game going on here where it could transpire that no one gets double dig this round. Like, Super might have to take another power action before I can give Double Dig, before I can get Double Dig. Oh, wait. Swarmlings opened with a temple. Oh, shit, guys. This game got wild real fast. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Super's going to take Earth 2. Super's going to take Air 2, and he is going to get Double Dig. Okay, fine. Sorry. I don't know why I thought, like, briefly that Super might not get the power, but he will get the power because he's going to take either Earth 2 or Air 2. I think Air 2 is a little more fun because it has this, but yeah, I think that Air 2 is the correct take. The cult rewards come faster for it. Yeah, there you go. Also, it's 2 power instead of 1, so that's neat. Okay, I take away what I said about Swarmlings doing wrong things. I think Swarmlings are doing hilarious things now, so. Oh, they take C1 as well. This is... I was hoping that would happen. Please don't undo this. You're saying that, Jekyll, you think that elo is pretty high for Temple Swarmlings. Well, so here's the case for Temple Swarmlings. They have enough stuff to build their stronghold next round, right? They actually have enough stuff to build their stronghold next round. The other thing is, the other case for Temple Swarmlings is that this player might just, like, not know how to play Swarmlings. Like, just because Swarmlings are in the game doesn't mean that, like, you know how to play them, right? Or, sorry, to be clear, like, just because you've played, like, enough games to get to, like, 300-ish elo doesn't mean that you know how to play Swarmlings. If you got there by just taking Earth 1 a ton, then, you know, it's like, not that crazy, right? Look at this sick Nomads leech. They took a single spade, and now they're already cycling back up to be in range of a coin's action. I think that Bowser is having a great game. For my pass, I wouldn't mind getting on this or this. The only players that you see not opening Stronghold Swarmlings are like at 100 elo. I will say that when I was at like 200 or 300 elo, I had like basically never played Swarmlings. So it would not have at all been crazy for me to be doing that. I'm just saying, like, from my personal experience. Now, I'm not saying that that's typical, but, like, it does happen that people are just not good. I don't think we're expecting any more leech here. Yeah, Swarmlings clearly have enough stuff to get out of Stronghold here, right? If they pass onto the TP tile, which they do, it needs 8 workers to get this, and then they just upgrade D2. I don't know how they're getting... I don't know if they can get a town in round 3. Maybe they can squeeze one out. But it is a shame that we're going to miss out on the spade. Bowser's also going to get the spade, so he's... I think that Bowser is probably winning due to the antics of these Swarmlings. I think I was supposed to get this center town. I don't think that Swarmlings were supposed to do this, for sure. We should take a favor tile. I think we take Air 2. We can get ourselves... We can buy the coins action next round. It's flexible. It comes with an extra worker. So I think that we're just going to take Air 2. There's also cases, like, we might be able to build TPs during this round and get ourselves coins that way. Air 2. Passing on to the spade was not really a consideration for me here. Bowser looks like he's a little bit short of being able to build a stronghold, so that's good news for us. Super passing onto the spade would be terrible. I mean, I guess like the other pass tiles are so poor that it might not be that terrible. But I think I might land on Bowser's temp ship, and I would love that. I think temp ship. Actually, we don't even need temp ship, do we? Yeah, super does build a dwelling. It's just the right move. You're gonna get like you miss out on the spade, but you're gonna get onto my 6 coins. That can't be bad. Um, I'm briefly wondering if there's a case for going for the dwelling tile. Because I could, or the ship tile. I could advance my shipping. I could, like, I'm probably getting a coins action, right? So I could take the coins action and then boop, 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 like, hit 3 dwellings. But I also think that there's a very good case for just sticking to what the track says and doing generically solid things. And of course, the track says build a big building, which I don't have, like, the economy to do. But I could maybe double spade these 2 hexes and play toward this round 4 town. I think that that's what I'm supposed to do here. And I have shipping going, so I think I do want this E7 hex. I'm thinking about it, right? And I think I want this E7 hex. Swarmlings might make a sanctuary. This also, well, I guess halflings might take E4 instead of D4, but there's a chance that I get this town through the center as well. So that could also be cool. All right. So I think that it goes like this. We've taken this, now we double spade, and we grab H4, C5, and then we build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dwellings. And then we just say F it to the round 3 town. We say economy is good, and passing for this is good. Oh, Swarmlings took the coin, so I'm glad I wasn't counting on that, like a shipping game plan. Bowser might go for the stronghold here. So I don't think I should take H4 then. I should probably go for E7 and C5. Would Bowser do this? I want to get to I6. Okay, so here's the plan. I think I leave E7 unbuilt. Maybe Bowser wants to stronghold it, but I'll grab H4 and I6 with my first 2 actions. Take this. Turn this. With our next action, we're going to build I6. And then we'll maybe throw a priest onto water or earth. This could just be another temple, but it seems unlikely given that he took Earth 1. Seems more likely to be a stronghold, and probably strongholding this E3 hex. Bowser is on the spade. So, whoa, this is cool. This is Earth 1, I guess. So, my guess is that Super can now pass onto a power tile. And then next round, he could just double spade D4 and make 2 TPs for a town. And that's probably the 2 key town. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Swarmlings get priest to earth. That makes sense. Bowser might... Well, I mean, if Bowser is trying to pull off the stronghold here, which... Again, I don't think that he... I mean, Bowser is just, like, doing really dumb shit, so... Whatever. Like, I don't see why you would play like this, but whatever. We'll pass on to temp ship next, and then we'll just hit our greens, I think. I guess we no longer really need temp ship. We just want the coins, I think. Yeah, we'll just take the coins. We'll try to open with a bridge. And then maybe we can take this hex. There is like some world where we can like squeeze through a town, vaguely. We'll need a little bit of leech for it to happen. And it could be helped if, if Super takes D4 instead of E4. But I don't really see why he would help us like that. Heroic Logic, how's it going? Super figuring out their pass. I think that the right tile here might be this guy. It's the best economy. You don't need the shipping right now. And I think that economy is really good right now because you need 8 coins to make this town. Now, granted, you don't need to make the town this round. Yeah. Super takes temp ship instead of the ship scoring tile, which I think was slightly better. Here comes the stronghold for swarmlings. Bowser continues to get infinite leech, so. I assume that the sandstorm goes on E7, but I guess I don't know if no, it can't because halflings play first, so halflings would just take this hex. So we could take that hex, I guess. We definitely want this, I think. Since we're probably not getting double spade anyway. We should get leash from Bowser here, so that's good. At least swarmlings shouldn't be getting onto Bowser's spade. If they did, then they would be guaranteed this town. Even as is, it's like not that far from one. The sandstorm goes on E4, which is interesting. This forces... I actually don't think that this is a very good sandstorm. D4 is exactly the same cost for halflings as E4. And I think that you wanted halflings to come here to give you leech. Instead, they're going to come up here and give me and swarmlings leech. I don't think that they're taking E7 here. Anyway, we might want to get ourselves a favor tile here, a scoring favor, but we don't have to start there. Probably just start with the bridge, right? We need the bridge. We could also start with a hard dig on e7. Like, Bowser could bridge to g1, but he doesn't have the economy to double dig this hex for a town. So I do think that hard digging e7 as a first action and then trying to sneak the bridge with my second action is the right play. If that doesn't happen, then I just maybe make a temple for Earth 1 or a Water 1. So I think that's the play. Super doesn't take what I thought he would, which is interesting. He takes the coins, which obviously is good for his economy, but is he going to get a town this round then? He could advance digs twice. That would put him at 3 workers. Taking this hex would put him at 0 workers. Even if he buys the workers, he's not getting a town that way. So if we do manage to get this bridge, again, nomads could make a bridge, right? They won't get a town out of it, but they could make a bridge to block us. But that's fine, probably. If I'm swarmlings, I'm just taking the single dig, like, no question. Yeah. They take the double dig, which is also fine, right, because they want other stuff. So, ironically enough, I think because of our infighting, swarmlings have a reasonable chance at this game. Do we want to send this priest off to a cult first? Earth cult might be pointless. Well, we could take a priest town, right? What if we send the priest to Earth and take a priest town? Does that spade do us any good that we would get off of it? Maybe not, right? That spade might not actually be doing anything because we wouldn't be on e9. So where is the spade actually useful in that case? c2? Vaguely? That's just a hex. It's not like a town or anything. Maybe b5? Like, this works toward a town later. Yeah. I think this is the right call. Swarmlings will take 2 key here, so I probably want... I could just take a coin town, but I'm pretty short on scoring, so... Taking a 8-pointer doesn't feel too bad. Taking a priest town doesn't feel too bad. We probably were supposed to bid on swarmlings. This d5 hex has worked out. Well, I mean, this d5 hex was not good, but like they're actually doing fine, right? Like all you swarmlings non-believers right now, you know, look at this. Look at how much they're killing it right now. They're also getting this leech, which is pretty generous of Bowser, I think. So what do we do here? Do we send our priest? Oh wait, wow, halflings got up to 2 ship. That's not what I expected their game plan to be. Are we getting any more leech this round? Probably not, right? That's unfortunate. That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that we're not getting any more leech this round. Because with more leech, we could take a workers' town and then build these 2 dwellings. Oh wait, even without the workers' town, we can do that, right? Yeah. We have 2 coins left over after making this, so, or even without more leech, we can build at least 1 more dwelling on C5. So I think that's the play. Yeah, I think that's our play. We're gonna TP here, grab ourselves the workers' town, and then we'll build C5. Everybody likes this one. We haven't got a single priesthood cult, which is sad. We should figure out which cult to put it on. I think swarmlings are putting priests to. Actually, priest to earth makes a fair amount of sense here, but they're not going to be able to do too much with that. Like, I guess this double spade goes here, but that's not that good for them. Nomads pass. They take the spade instead of the TP tile. That's interesting, because I actually would have gone, if I were Nomads, I would have gone for 2 TPs here. But they want expansion. Why did Swarmlings bridge? Presumably because they wanted 2 hexes for, they took double dig, right? But they didn't have a place to put their second spade if they didn't have a bridge. So I like this move from them. Yeah, we're going to build C5. Halflings haven't advanced digs yet, so they do want me here. I'll probably try for this town, and maybe I'll try for this town later. Admittedly, the game does not look great. Yeah, I mean, so it's a town round, and they made that bridge at the end of round 2, right? So that they could do this. So maybe I'm supposed to take D4, but I think that halflings probably double dig this next round. I'd have to think that seems like the right play for halflings, but who knows their bind. Nomads will open with the coins, so I'm not getting a coins action. That's unfortunate. They're going to have all the economy next round. They'll only have 1 shipping, so they shouldn't be able to get to B5 just yet, but they might be able to mess with D7. That'd be unfortunate. It would be unfortunate if I don't get another town here. Halflings might advance their digs by next round and take away F6, which would suck. Don't think that they should. I think that they might want to go for D4 first, during which time I could probably secure F6 and maybe try to get D7 as well, but we'll see. Super passes onto a VP tile, so I'm at least guaranteed a VP tile at this point. have swarmlings. Swarmlings haven't used their TP action, so I'm still good to stay in the round. Priest of Water gets me a spade next round. That seems pretty good. Priest of Air gets me more power. That also seems good. This is points. This is likely to be a few points against my opponents. Heroic Logic, yes, there is the landscape in the game, so Swarmlings should be able to mega town over here in the west. But yeah, I need to figure out where this priest is going. I think that Bowser is probably advancing ship next round, so he's not sending another priest to water for a while. So starting to jam the water trap with my priest is not such a bad idea either. I probably don't win it outright, but I could at least look for some points here. Bowser might go for Water 1 next round. I'm thinking that he might go for Sanctuary Water 1 and a TP after taking his town, and then he can go for a ship town and then grab D6. That's my prediction for Bowser. It's unfortunate that Swarmlings blocked this tile for me, but whatever. Alright, so I think that our order of ops is build E9, send priest to water, build E9, build A10, make a TP. Not featured in there is doing any hard digs this round, but that's possible that it could. So yeah, now the Swarmlings position makes sense, and you're liking where they are. Yeah, I like where Swarmlings are too. I have to say. And Swarmlings will just cult dig these two hexes here. They aren't getting 2 more towns. They're getting 1 more town, but that's probably the same with me. I would love 6 more spades this game, but I don't think I have the economy to justify like advanced digs or anything like that. Maybe if I had just like played nice with Bowser, let us both get towns, then that was more in the cards. But oh well, I did what I did. Super is advancing digs, which is quite unfortunate. So he's gonna advance digs once. I'm gonna build E9. He's gonna advance digs a second time. I will hard dig F6. And then he might build around me, which would be nice. Earth 1 is gone, so this might be a Water 1, Air 1 type of game. Yeah, Bowser doesn't actually need shipping, right? He has this priest, and it's like, maybe he makes a town down here. Because I don't think that it's good for Bowser to actually do anything with, he probably should send his priest to, yeah, he does send his priest to water. I think that this is probably the workings of Water 1 this round, and then he can dig through here, which is pretty neat. I believe we sketched out a sequence where we were going to get F6 before Super. I think that still probably holds. So it's 4 workers here, and 2 coins, then 2 more workers and 3 more coins, then 1 more worker and 2 more coins. So that's 7 workers and 7 coins total to secure F6, make a TP, and get up to A10. I have to be a little bit wary about the possibility that Super is going to take D7 from me, but I don't think I can just live in that fear. He might just preferred g6 and making a town here and going for, like, he probably wants d4, right? So he can make this town, and then he wants this to make this town. Like, focusing on, like, basically I think that there's already evidence that a town can happen over here. So you don't need to go for this town, unless he's trying for 4 towns, which it doesn't seem like he quite has the economy to do, but there's a lot of game left, and he has a lot of resources, so maybe he does feel like he can 4 town and will want that. But in that case, I should probably get a town down by digging through here. Swarmlings got water 1. Bowser is going to get water 1 with his first action next round. He has a couple actions left because he chose to go all in on hexes and stuff. I assume this is an 8-pointer. Priest Town would also be fine, but I like 8 points here because it's points on 2 of these filled tracks, which is super nice. Halflings take d6. Are they coming for? No, they're looking for connection. Okay, halflings are looking for connection. That seems fine. It might be a bit much to hope for a town here now, but nonetheless. I don't think halflings are taking g6 this round, but they might take d7 if they want a town over here. So we'll upgrade e9 first. I'm doing this to maximize my potential of leech. I think Super might take d7 next, though admittedly just taking 2 for 1 could have been fine. Bowser took the ship town. Okay, so that's why Super prioritized d6 in large part as well, because this is an important connection hex for Super. I've gotten, I think, 0 coins actions, so that's been a bummer. If this hex hangs out, then we'll just turn this hex to gray. If I'm Bowser, then I'm digging this and sandstorming this with the coming round, with my next 2 actions. Sandstorm could, maybe this should be a landscape. There's swarmlings getting ready to pass. They could pass onto the sky. That would be pretty solid. The 8-pointer is still there, so 2 8-pointers are still hanging out, so I am hopeful about my chances there. I have a big eye on d4. This is a good hex to connect me. This is no part of no town, so if I can afford to sink 2 random spades into a spot, then it might be d4. Now that might, like, doing that early is going to kill me in terms of both economy and my towns, because, okay, so this is cool. So Bowser will get a town here after all. A little slower than promised, but pretty nice. Yeah, Super's just going to build another dwelling, if anything. We are definitely building a dwelling. We absolutely need all the economy we can get. Of course, passing for a coins action is also economy, but, you know, such is life. I think maybe we TP for water 1 here. Super's committed 2 structures here, so I think that this is probably a town for him. Super has no TPs, but I have to imagine that he builds a TP and a dwelling here. So that way if I take coins and he water 1 blocks me. Awkward. Water one is extra good because I also get a step on water, which I quite want. So our spade, I think, goes on d7 here. We built a fair number of our structures, which feels decent, though unfortunately our opponents are also building a lot of their structures. Bowser, of course, has infinite hexes. This is going to be a sandstorm on G1 here. It's a TP. He doesn't use this. Oh, he's going to sandstorm down his little thing, his landscape. That's cool. I guess Bowser can't actually afford water one. So if I do manage to pass here first, which I don't think that well, actually I have a decent chance, right? Swarmlings will take an action. I will pass on to this probably, and I'll just open the coins action. And I'm going to dare them to take, yeah, I'll just dare my opponents to actually take water one. I don't think that Bowser's first action should be water one. It should probably be to secure a bridge, followed by sandstorm. But I guess if Bowser lands on this, then he can take water one very happily. So that's sad. This puts us at unable to take free leech anymore, but that's okay. Oh wait, no, it lets us take one free leech, so it will mean that we overflow if we pass onto this. So is there a chance that skipping this is actually correct? And that we're actually supposed to just pass onto this? Because I will overproduce power. Like, the power of passing onto onto economy is not to be understated. It is very powerful to pass onto economy. If I pass onto this, then I'm opening with a coins action. And I'm still going to have a bunch of coins, admittedly. Then I'll temple for water one. And then what? Do I just really, really hard dig this? Like, it's not that bad, right? To try to go. Oh no, I have a cultivate. Yeah. And then I advance my ships twice or something. How much economy do I need? I don't think I'm beating stronghold nomads. That seems insane. I'm kind of competitive with halflings who don't want to build their stronghold, so I'm likely to get this out. Let's say they get out all their TPs and a temple and then all their dwellings. They have 4 stuff left on their board. I can probably get 2 temples, 2 dwellings, and 2 TPs and 3 dwellings out. I likely can manage that. So based on that, there's still some value in going for economy. But it's like, I don't need that many coins this round. I'm just going to be greedy. I'm just greedy. Swarmlings definitely took water one too early. I think that they were clearly supposed to wait to take it there. But Super did not make a TP this round. I think that might have been a slight misstep, but it's very good for me because that means that my round is going to go coins into water one. And then if there's no way that Super is taking both these hexes on me. There's just no way. So I think that's a pretty good spot to be in. I'm going to go take a break. All right. I believe I've unmuted myself. Uh, so, Super is passing. Swarmlings took the economy thing. That seems like a clear mistake. Swarmlings are the faction that least need economy. They should obviously have gone for the TP tile. So, I am quite happy with this outcome because Super is not in a position like this is not good for Super's economy at all. Turn this guy gray. It doesn't look like I'm going for a third town up here. I think that that's a little too much to ask for. Um, I'll just look for single dig hexes to round out my game. So I'm probably looking at trying to get Act 6, the double spade in round 6. For now, we clearly want the coins. I don't think that Super is going for Water 1 here. That would be pretty crazy. I think that he might go for Fire 2 for a coin town. But I guess I shouldn't rule out craziness. So in that sense, I probably want to just make a TP for Water 1 next action. I was thinking that I would love to just secure D7 as my next action, because going for another town would be really nice here. But if Super makes a TP over here to feed nomads, then I think that my next action does have to be to secure Water 1. No, he's closing out the air cult. All right, this is great. My next action is now to dig D7, I think. Or I could send Priest to air, but that's not good because I want to advance ship. Bowser takes a coin town. I get to secure my hex, which I love. All right, do we dare to dream about a third town up here? The answer is likely no, but we want 3 more digs this game, I think. We want to TP. We want our temple, 2 TPs, 2 dwellings, and a landscape. Unless I'm getting I-10 on the cheap, then there's no natural greens left this game for me. All right, I think here's the play. We temple for Water 1. We TP, or we don't. Templing for Water 1 and taking the TP seems a little sketch, because we don't actually need that, right? We temple for Water 1, then maybe we use the Power Spade onto G6, and then we take a TP, and we take a Cult Town. No, we take a Priest Town. We take a Priest Town, so that way we can advance our shipping 2 more times. Super is getting leeched, so he could definitely eye up Water 1 at this point, but I think I should be in control. It is a real bummer that we only managed to stick 2 priests onto the cults here. That's a bit of an organizational failure, I think. I'm also getting really tempted to just take an 8-pointer instead of the priest town because, no, it only really helps me on 2 cults, right? The priest town, I should probably stay disciplined and take the priest town. I want 3 ship this game. This helps me with getting 3 ship. Guys, how crazy is it for me, instead of going for Bowser took Water 1, okay. How insane would it be for me to kick Network to the side and say, Halflings, you do your thing. You can try to get Network. And instead, I focus my attentions on just taking Air 1. I could take Air 1 and advance ship. That's probably too insane, right? Bowser is going for a town here, it looks like. As nomads, you really want 3 towns. His game looks like it's going well. I don't regret hitting him when I had the chance, but this is a coin town from halflings. Because it is a fact that I just don't care that much about building dwellings, right? Like I'm beating swarmlings on network already. I'm never touching nomads on network, or I shouldn't be. He has one, two, three, four free yellows, as well as the sandstorm. So he can get down to 2 structures with like basically 0 effort, um, other than paying for ship advances, which is like very cheap. So I actually think that I'm gonna go for the dumb thing that I always do and just obsess a little too much over. Wait, did Swarmlings buy a priest? Dude, come on, man. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna get a little too into the scoring track. This was a coin town from Super. Makes sense. I would like 1 2 for 1 here. That would really make my day. So if I do get a 2 for 1, then I can turn a priest. Um, then I can 5 power priest to get my second ship advance. But probably I don't want that anyway. Like realistically, I don't actually want um, that ship advance. What I could do, right? I want Bowser's pass tile. Bowser could have like a bunch of actions building TPs and dwellings, admittedly, but Swarmlings build a third TP. Okay, that seems fine. Or Temple. They're overproducing on priests, but that's okay. They are going to have the longest round, so they will get onto one of these pass tiles, but the question is whose pass tile will they get? They might not be thrilled with the answer. um, Passing on to the spade is a fine outcome for me. I would love to get the to dig down my Raven's Blunder with my first action, or like using that. So do we earn ourselves a pass tile if we grab this thing here and then make a TP on F6? I think that we have to be wondering about that right now. Bowser can do Sandstorm, not build, build, TP. He can have up to 3 more actions. So I don't think that there's really a good chance that we're getting Bowser's pass tile. Do you get some leech from here? So that's nice. Okay, Bowser now has G4 as an option. I kind of hope Super takes that away from him, but he doesn't have to, obviously. Bowser now has TP Dwelling, and then I think that that's all that he can do. So, because he didn't delay a build. So if I take the workers now, and then I make a TP, it's not great for my economy, but I might get onto Bowser's pass tile. And that is great for my scoring. And scoring is more important than econ in Terra Mystica. Points is how you win Terra Mystica. We'll see if let's see if Super takes this hex away. I don't know if he can actually afford to. And also taking a hex away from nomads is kind of seems like a silly mission. Oh, I'm silly, right? That take was not good. That take was not good at all. Yeah, that was actually not a good take from me. Because halflings don't care. Oh, wait, no, halflings are passing now. Okay, cool. So Bowser will get the halflings tile, and I will get Bowser's tile. And wow, halflings have a lot of points. Are they beating me on network still? They have about enough stuff to get out TP, 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 dwelling, 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 advanced ship. So I would need to get out 3 more structures, which I think is what I was saying anyway. But maybe I can't get out 3 more structures, and I can still just be happy just being myself. I think that the ideal for me is to try to dig through these guys, just bit by bit. Super says good move. I don't know what that's referring to. Bowser is making a TP here. I think he's trying to figure out whether to feed me or not, and he's just doing some of the random commands, which is funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad for Bowser at all. Like he's winning this game. He hasn't particularly been hurt by anything that I've done. Also, I guess I could have advanced my ship, right? I just spent 4 power here. Instead, I could have advanced my ship a 3rd time. So I could have 5 power priest advanced ship. Oh, he now risks me taking I9 away from him. That's pretty awkward for him. So his first action is not going to be coins. It's going to be secure I9, I expect. So otherwise, I would totally blow up another town of his. He's committed all 3 of his temples as well, so... Wait, he built another temple for Fire 1. Wild. That truly is pretty wild, I think. So if I do this, Super can dig to stall. But I don't know if he's getting a pass tile he wants. No, he's getting my pass tile if he stalls this, so fair enough. I imagine that yeah, if I were Super, I would probably just stall here. And then Bowser passes, I pass onto the dwellings tile. Swarmlings are probably just like not paying attention. They look like they're kind of asleep at the wheel. They're just still like doing slow stuff. Not to say their game is terrible. I think that Swarmlings have a decent game. If they can manage to go stronghold or sanctuary into double spade, then they have a very, very nice round. Because then they can make 2 TPs, right? Like a manual TP plus a regular TP. I think I might want spades more than I want coins here. Oh, okay. Super's taking the coins. So that means that I'm going to get offered spades. Bowser doesn't have enough stuff to take a power action. Despite me having what I think have been like pretty slow moves, this game is moving at an okay pace. We're at an hour and 12 minutes, and we're approaching round 6. Um, so yeah, like that's not too bad of a pace. I also think taking spades hurts swarmlings. Like I haven't worried too much about their game because they're the weakest player at the table, but honestly, like they're doing fine, right? Like they're doing swarmlings things and crushing the cults, and I think this is a good read by them because they might need spades next round. Um, it's just a good use of their spade, like their resources as well, because now they can single spade this guy down next round. Then they'll sanctuary fire 2 or water 3 or something. Um, I will totally use my Raven's Blunder. Um, I have to imagine that Super wants this town over here. So I'm wondering if, like, if I blow up Nomad's town by taking I9, would I be able to get G6? Would halflings deny me G6 after I blew up Nomad's town? Like they have a lot of stuff they want to do still. They have 3 TPs they want to build alone. I don't know if they can spare a worker to just mess with me. So I think Bowser should sandstorm this guy. If he doesn't, then I am gonna annoy him. He builds a TP. Okay. We're taking Leech. I mean, I don't feel bad about doing this because Bowser is winning. He is clearly winning the game, I think. Super's not doing as well in the cults. Bowser's the one who's on a pass tile. Bowser's the one who has water 1. Um, I'm like doing okay. I think that this was the right move. I think I needed spades. And I actually didn't have a great spot to. I guess I could have like double dug up here and left this hex green, but I wasn't going to be able to access this hex because like swarmlings are taking double dig if I don't. So we should figure out what town we want, right? Um, Super is thinking very hard about whether or not he wants to spend a worker here. I think that he could probably afford it, but he also just doesn't have to. So He does make this TP. I don't think that the single spade is coming back to me, so I'm going to decline this. The action that I would most be interested in is a single spade at this point, but I don't think that I'm getting it. So I think that the right move is just to build this hex and take my town. The right move is to decline the leech. It's 3 victory points. I don't have Earth 1 anyway. The right move is just to take what I can get. And I think that the 8-pointer is probably not very good here. Bowser is probably not making a Sanctuary. Sanctuary doesn't seem good. TPs are good. He'll make 3 TPs and 3 dwellings, or 4 dwellings probably. Yeah, it's really not clear to me what town is best for me right now. I'm considering taking a Raven's Blunder, by the way. I didn't mention that, but I was considering taking the Raven's Blunder on water, but like Bowser is probably not going to Sanctuary Water 3 to catch me there. So that could be 4 points, plus it gives me a resource. Yeah, I think Water 3 isn't bad. Swarmlings took Fire 2, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. I don't think they needed Fire 2 though. Do they? This is 7 here. This is, yeah, Swarmlings didn't actually need Fire 2. The ship town is a little weak. Does it do me any good to get down to... Well, okay, Super is definitely going to get down to 1 structure, but if I just make 2 TPs and don't build either of those dwellings, how bad could that really be? Like, if I just take an 11-pointer here, or like the... It might cost me like a swing of 6 against Super. That might be too much to give up. So, like, this guy could be the right play. If I do this and I take the Raven's Blunder up the Water Cult, then I can spend... It's 10 coins. Oh, I can get up to... Hold on, can Bowser get to 1 structure? Because I can actually get down to 2 structures. I think that's definitely worth it then. The ship town is probably the right call. I'll just do this. This might not be as many points because Bowser could send priests up that cult, but this should be good points on the network race. We'll never know exactly if it was better to just what am I saying here? I guess I'll probably never quite know if it was better for me to just like play quote normal or like taller and not bother with getting all this shipping. Instead, just try to build like 2 TPs. Build 2 TPs, 1 dwelling, and then advance ship once or something. I could have done that with an 11-point town, I think. But I chose instead to go for like this all econ thing where all of my resources currently are spoken for, with the idea that I could somehow make it to 2 structures, which is definitely not always the right move when you don't have Water 1, or when you don't have Earth 1. These 2 TPs are mandatory, but beyond that, it's not clear that what I actually want to do. Oh, this is painful. Not enough priests, so they're undoing their turn. Maybe they take the 8-pointer instead. 8-pointer seems better to me anyway. Oh, the 11-pointer. Okay. That makes lots of sense. They might undo this anyway. No, they don't undo it. If I were swarmlings, like swarmlings are on the ship tile, right? So like I would have taken a priest. I would have advanced ship and then taken a priest town or something. This is nice. It's a nice gesture. So halflings are now connected on. Ooh, if they take b5, they're connected on one ship. That's cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have a spade in hand, or they don't have a spade in hand as well, but they need four workers to build these two, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 points to do this. Bowser says, how rude. Oh, because this was also because this is a yellow hex. I think this is actually good for Super, though, because Super now can connect on 2 ship, or on 1 ship, which means that he might just be winning, which seems fairly likely anyway, I guess, when we think about that. We're probably not taking any more leech. Who do we give this leech to? Unfortunately, I think that we kind of have to give it to Super. Oh, okay, they made a manual TP. That seems fine. Okay, so their last few actions are just advancing ship. They also have this free TP that they can make there. Yep, so that's another 6 points. That's 98. Then they advance ship twice. That's 5 points. 103. They have 2 resource points left over, or 1 resource point left over, so that's 104. They pass for, this is 10, so 114. 114 plus 26, that's 140. I don't even know if I'm beating 140. I really don't. Unfortunately, it does look like Bowser's best move might be to send his priests off to this cult, so I think I might have erred there, but Super want more leech. The answer is maybe. A 3 for 2 isn't that efficient. And you could still probably use it, but oh, I was wrong. I was. Did I greatly overestimate the number of workers that were still in the game? Because why did I think that the ship town was enabling me to get to I-11 or to get to build 2 more dwellings? I needed 12 workers, not 10. So okay, so that's awkward. Can I get away with like a dig advance? Like surely if I take I-10 now, then Super is going to dig I-11. He only needs 1, 2, 3, 4 more workers, 5, 6 workers to do this. So he has at least 1 worker to spare, but Like, he can also just buy workers at any time. So yeah, that ship time was very clearly wrong then, because I'm not getting to the network that I think that that I thought I was getting to. I can't take this leech. I don't have Earth 1. I think I do still have to build this dwelling. And then, yeah, I'm just at Super's mercy after that. I guess to be fair, I'm still on this tile, so it does make sense for me to fight. And I'm beating Super in network anyway. There's no way that so he can afford to just send this hate dig here. Though it's not clear that he wants to. No, he does want to. He has nothing else better to use his priest on. Maybe I won't need to get to 15. Maybe Bowser is... No, Bowser can get 2 more structures out. Easily. This guy and a sandstorm. Yeah. So he's going to get to at least 1 structure. And he has this as well if he winds up getting to 3 ship. The question is how many resources has Bowser got left? He has exactly like 9 resources. So that looks like TP 2 dwellings. That's not enough for TP 2 dwellings. He's a 2 for 1 to make TP 2 dwellings. Yeah, he needs a 2 for 1 here. I don't have to give him a 2 for 1, do I? Because I think that Bowser would much prefer... yeah, Bowser would clearly prefer to build a TP rather than build a dwelling. And he's going to find out. Oops, what did I do? Did I do worker to coin instead of priest to worker? It's a mistake. So yeah, we'll do this, and if Super, for whatever reason, doesn't dig this, then we do get this I-11 hex. And if he does dig it, then our game goes otherwise. I think he probably doesn't care that much about me getting to this network, because it takes points away from Bowser. Well, Bowser is ahead of me, right? Bowser is ahead of me this game. Okay, so he is going to let me just build that, so that's cool. He'll save his priest for cults, which will also go against Bowser. And I guess I'm third here, right? Like, yeah, it looks like I'm third. Super is probably first because he's got another town coming in. But it's close between Super and Bowser. I think Bowser does have to build this dwelling, though. Which is a shame because obviously it's much better to get the 6 points here as opposed to the 2 points here. Actually, it's 8 points for a TP versus 2 points for a dwelling, but probably the responsible play is to just build the dwelling. He can send a priest to either of these cults to stall, I think. Like, he can just bump water. I think he's trying to figure out network sizes. And I think that he's going to realize that halflings are coming at him for network. Which means building this dwelling is a 6-point swing versus halflings, plus 2 points for himself, plus 1 resource point. So that would be an 8-point swing versus halflings. Whereas just building this TP is also an 8-point swing versus halflings, which means maybe you just build the TP and then you see if you get the leech for the dwelling after that. It's very tricky. I mean, I would probably just sandstorm first. I would probably sandstorm and do nothing here first. Okay, it is a stalling priest first. Probably because swarmlings have to do something here. Makes enough sense. I want Bowser to build his dwelling, so I don't want to tip my hand just yet. Super has already shown that he's not interested in hate digging here, but maybe he thinks that he'll be able to beat me if I don't build it. So I think that I should probably just secure this hex. Anything else is probably too cute. Super saying be reasonable. Did he think that I was going to dig A8? I couldn't dig A8. My last priest does get to go to water happily, so that's nice. Super also buys a priest, so he'll pass Bowser on Earth, maybe pass Bowser on water. Bowser probably realizes at this point that he's no longer getting any more leech, right? But he can stall and do nothing. That's fine. This doesn't really do anything anywhere, but I'll just send it. Like, I don't think I'm getting 2 more free leech. I don't think I'm getting any more free leech, so. Okay. We're going to win network, so we're going to pass for 8. That's 113. We'll win network, that's 131. And we'll get 10 points on the cults, so that's 141. I think I'm like, whoa, wait, what did swarmlings do? Swarmlings closed the fire cult. Wow, okay. That, I don't know about that. I think that swarmlings were better off before they closed the fire cult. So now they have 103, 107, 103, or 110. So they're in the mid 130s. They were at one. Well, I guess they were going to lose fire. They were going to lose 2 points on fire. I think that this hurt them overall. Super will get 6 points on network, probably. Well, so the best thing that can happen for Super is for... I don't understand why he's slow playing this so much. I don't understand why he doesn't just build this. I guess he doesn't want to commit to his town yet. Anyway, Bowser should pass. Bowser should probably just make his TP. He should just not worry about Super as much. Make the TP, and then that's what he's going to realize as well. Like, there's just no real point in worrying too much about this. Send the priest to Earth, because there's no reason not to send this priest to Earth. Halflings will 100% send their priest to Earth if you don't. So it's also like a decent, reasonable stall move. This priest doesn't do anything else. And then he can make his TP for 123, pass 131. He's tied on second in network, 140. And this is going to be around 10 points. So it's like 150-ish. So yeah, I am losing to Bowser. Like, this Nomads game was enough. Halflings have... What have Halflings got? This is 2. And then presumably they're just going to use the rest of their stuff to send to cults. So I'm going to assume that this is 10 for halflings on the cults, plus like maybe two more extra points of like digging / 3 more extra points of digging or resources. So let's say they have 3 extra points plus 2 earth 1 points. That's 18. They don't have air 1, so they have 18. They take a big town. So let's say this is like a 10-point town, because it comes with a dig. So that's 128. They're tied on network 137. That's 9 network points. So 137 plus 10 is around 147. So clearly ahead of me. Where did we say we were? Like low 140s? Yeah. I think that halflings are like mid 140s. Nomads are like low 150s. Rough loss, but did what we could. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter that I attacked nomads, because yeah, it doesn't really matter that I attacked nomads, because nomads still came in first. It's not like I just made halflings win. Like nomads are still in first. So I think that I did the right thing here. Bowser sends priest to fire. That doesn't make any sense. That should have been on Earth. This just helps halflings. Why are they playing so nice to each other? Oh, I had air 1. That's a nice little surprise. So I'm mid 140s. But I don't think it's enough to change the outcome. Bowser really does see halflings as the competition. He should probably just build I2 then, but he does make the TP. Fair enough. I think that if Bowser built I2, I think if Bowser built I2, then I was going to beat halflings. But this is like a good way to like kind of say F you to me, because yeah. What would I have needed to win? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Um, oh, come on, buddy. Build the dwelling. Build the dwelling. Yeah, building the dwelling is a 9-point swing versus halflings. Um, it's an 8-point. Building the TP is 8 points, because water 1 TP round pass tile, but building the dwelling is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 3 points on network, 2 points for the dwelling, and 1 point for water 1. So it's 2 points worse than building the TP. But it's a swing of, it lowers halflings by 3 points. So unfortunately, they realized that they were ahead enough of halflings that it didn't matter. And they might also have just thought like, oh, the extra 2 points can help against witches, which is probably true. That's a shame. Anyway, in terms of what we could have done better, well, I mean, like, nomads didn't have to take this hex away from us, right? If we hadn't got into this war with nomads, then that might have been better, but on here? Why is my cursor on? Anyway, our scoring track wasn't great, right? We got 6 points off of this. We got 8 points here. I don't think we built a TP this round. So this was 6 plus 8 is 14. The town round I got, so that's 19. And then I built 2 dwellings this round, so 23. It just wasn't a, yeah, I could possibly have tried to go for a better scoring track game. If I also don't take I6, like in the end, I6 I didn't actually use. I went for these hexes over here instead. If I had built 3 dwellings and sent the priest off, then I think that that's better. So what else could we have done? So yeah, like hitting the scoring track would have been better. If we had built our economy, like in the end, this hex didn't actually do anything, right? I actually thought that this hex was important for us, but I think I did kind of just do it because I was annoyed with nomads. In the end, it didn't matter that much. Wow, we're losing to halflings by 2 points. So if yeah, if Bowser had built the dwelling instead, then I would be beating halflings here. So yeah, ironically, Bowser like accidentally got his revenge on me because he could have put halflings down by 3 points, right? If he builds that dwelling instead, then halflings are down 3 points and they're at 144, and I'm at 145. And nomads lose 2 points, but they're at 148. They're still winning. So instead, he let halflings get a little closer to him. But it's fine, right? Like I attacked in this game. I think I did what I had to. What could I have done better? Maybe I could have tried for the coins action round 1 or something. There was a round where I had the ship tile and I instead of the coins, but that also doesn't seem bad, right? Taking the ship tile instead of the coins was probably correct because I wound up getting all my stuff out. I think that taking the ship town might have been wrong. So that could be, yeah, getting the town wrong could have happened. And what else did we do? We took a lot of leech. In the end, we didn't have too many extra stuff, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So. We did take a Raven's Blunder, so it turns out that we wound up getting enough free leech. But I think that the Raven's Blunder was correct because it got us 4 points. It swung us versus our most important opponent. So yeah, I think that, okay, if we're looking at what we did wrong, I do think that probably the biggest mistake was this I6 dig. If I send that priest off and get a 3 spot on any of these cults, maybe like water, right? Water is the cult that I wanted to get the spade off of anyway. Um, Things are like, because I converted that priest to a worker, it also went here. I could have just had much better worker economy building all my hexes first. Then I'm not as stressed about here. Um, I was on the dwelling pass tile, so I cost myself 2 points by not building 2 extra dwellings instead of just one. Um, the priest could have gone on. Yeah. So probably that was the difference maker. Now that said, Bowser was probably winning anyway if I like if I let Bowser have this town, then he's probably just winning, right? Um, I admittedly got like I do think that I made a bit of a misread. I might have cost myself second by taking this hex. Like I helped Super out to beat me because I took this hex from Bowser. Um, that is kind of how things might go with blocking sometimes. But honestly, like taking that hex away from Bowser is like what he did made sense, right? He turned this guy to me and Bowser seemed to get into it. Well, I honestly think that part of I made a mistake in letting Bowser I just made a mistake, right? I probably was supposed to just let Bowser have this hex. He wasted a spade on it, and then he had to use a sandstorm on it anyway. So like if he gets this town in the town round, that's 5 extra points. Maybe he explodes and gets up all my shit though, right? Like Bowser only wound up with 6 network points. I got 18 network points. That probably doesn't happen if I let nomads have this town. Nomads probably are tying me in network, so but it might still be fine versus halflings. Like that's 2 towns and 2 worker production that I lost from here, and I didn't build all these hexes over here until round God like much later. Like C5 was green from a cult spade, and or from my double spade, and I just left these guys hanging. So I think that that's probably where the game was lost. If we're looking at where the game was lost, it was probably there, um, digging I6. Now I think nomads might have just won the game even before that, but if I just save those workers, invest them into my economy instead, and get myself to this town faster, there is a chance that I get this town even if if I manage to get B5 and A11. So that was probably a mistake. I had resigned myself to losing after I saw that, but honestly, I probably like looking at the final results. I was probably a little more competitive than I realized, and I probably shouldn't have thrown away my game like that. But that's the game. It didn't wind up affecting anyone else other than me because Bowser still won the game. If Bowser had lost to Super, then it probably would have felt pretty bad that I lost to Super as well. But that's not what happened. So um, I can regret my actions for myself, but I don't have to feel bad for anyone else. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. It was a fun game. So a bit frustrating. I'm a little sad about some of my decisions, but it wound up working out okay. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. We have a good chance of playing another game today, so we'll see. See y'all.